Money and Business Avenue. My name is Mutawe Dan Bosco. I have arrived with chapter 3 of The Richest Man in Babylon book. Remember, we summarize financial literacy books chapter by chapter and then pick out the key lessons from the same chapter that we provide at its end. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share. Be part of this conversation. Welcome to Money and Business Avenue channel. Chapter 3. The 5 Laws of Money. This chapter is based on Nomasil, the son of Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. As Nomasil grew up, his father invited him and frankly told him that he would only allow him succeed him after exhibiting capability of wisely handling his wealth. Arkad subsequently sent his son out to fend for himself, gain and show the world his capability to acquire and make money on his own. The father sent Nomasil out along with a bag of gold, which he told him that if he used it wisely, it would be the basis of his future success. Arkad also gave Nomasil a clay tablet upon which was carved the 5 laws of gold or money. With this, he told him that if he interpreted and followed them well, they would bring him competence and security. The logic behind was on understanding what was more important than the other, between acquiring knowledge on how to make, accumulate and keep money and spending or using money, what was supposed to be given the first priority. Of course, acquiring knowledge should be the first step, but Nomasil interpreted it the other way around. He got to spend gold before visiting the clay tablet that had the needed knowledge in the form of 5 laws of gold or money given by his father Arkad. He consequently lost all he had been given until he looked at the clay tablet that contained the 5 laws of gold, where he mastered one of seeking and using knowledge from experienced men in handling money. He followed this law and entered a deal with an experienced man in Nineveh city, which deal proved very profitable to them. This was Nomasil's turning point. He regained the lost gold and excess. The agreement was to come back to his father's house within a period of 10 years with or without proof he had mastered making and keeping money. Fortunately, Nomasil came back with more gold or money than his father gave him, which was enough proof he had mastered the laws of gold. Here are the 5 laws of gold or money. 1. Money comes gladly and in increasing quantity to any man who puts not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future and that of his family. This law says that money comes gladly to one that puts by 1/10 of his earnings consistently and invests it wisely. Such a person will surely create a valuable estate that will provide an income for him in the future and further guarantee safety of his family in case they die. The more money you accumulate, the more readily it comes to you and in increased quantities as the money you invest earns more. 2. Money labors diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds it profitable employment, multiplying even as the flocks of the field. Arkad said that money indeed is a willing worker. It is ever eager to multiply when opportunity presents itself. To every man who has a store of gold set by, opportunity comes for its most profitable use. As the years pass, it multiplies itself in surprising fashion. Invest your money in income-generating assets. Invest profits and also such that the parents, children and grandchildren are put to work but laboring for you. If you ensure this, be ready to see your money multiply. 3. Money clings to the protection of a cautious owner who invests it under the advice of men wise in its handling. The man who seeks and works on advice of men skilled and experienced in handling money will guard his money from loss, whereas the careless owners shall lose it. Such a man will soon learn how not to jeopardize his treasure, but to preserve it in safety, to enjoy in contentment its consistent increase. 4. Money slips away from the man who invests it in business or purposes with which he is not familiar or which are not approved by those skilled in its key. Arkad said that to the man who has money yet he is not skilled in its handling, many uses for it appear most profitable. Too often, these are fraught with danger of loss and if properly analyzed by wise men, show small possibility of profit. Therefore, the inexperienced owner of money who trusts his own judgment and invests it in business or purposes with which he is not familiar too often finds judgment imperfect and pays with his treasure for his inexperience. Wise indeed is he who invests his treasures under the advice of men skilled in ways of handling money. Seek knowledge from those those skilled in money handling before investing your money in any business, just in case you are not skilled in that field. If you go by excitement, you are bound to lose all your money. 5. Money frees a man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who follows the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusts it to his own inexperience and romantic desires in investment. Fanciful propositions that thrill like adventure tales always come to the new owner of gold. Those appear to endow his treasure with magic powers that will enable it to make impossible earnings. The wise man knows the risks that are behind every plan to make great wealth suddenly. You ought to see which advice to take and which one to leave depending on the credentials of someone giving it. You'll always be a great target of tricksters and schemers since you have money. They find ways of getting that money from you, and if you fall into their jaws, you'll lose your fortune. Critically study any business deal that is forwarded to you before taking it on, however lucrative it may seem. Consult with those skilled in handling money before taking action. Worth it to note are the 2 key lessons from this chapter also. A. Allow your children to experience the real world. Learn how to create wealth on their own, even if you are rich. Let them fend for themselves with your guidance, just as Arkad did to his son Nomasi, who he sent out for 10 years. With this, you will be able to create a strong and competent businessmen and women who will be able to run your estate even in your absence. You will produce people who know how to make money, accumulate and keep money out of direct experience from the field. Spoon feeding them will rob you of these chances. B. Acquiring knowledge about handling money is more important than getting money and using it. If presented a chance to pick one, taking knowledge is a better option. When you have money without knowledge of how to accumulate and use it, you will shortly lose it. Having financial knowledge is a full package that entails mastering how to get, accumulate and keep money. The 3 are the requirements of creating wealth. The other that has only money scores on one requirement, which is having money, but falls short on accumulating and keeping it, yet the 3 move hand in hand. This is why they end up losing it. Thank you again for being part of this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like and comment. Let's meet in another episode. God bless you.